Hey everybody, Bill Knutson here for New York Sports with an Attitude. Actually, kind of a small miracle tonight. We actually beat the Atlanta Braves. We've played them 15 times this year and only won for the fourth time. So we've lost 11 of the 15 and it was a good night tonight. Alright, let's see, where do we start? We'll start in the second inning where we got a lucky RBI. We had runners on second and third with no outs, and as all Mets fans know, we've been terrible with runners in scoring position for the most part this year. So we had second and third, nobody out. New acquisition, Jackson came up, and I'm thinking, all right, obviously a hit is preferable, but you got ways of getting the run in without a hit. You know, you can get hit by a pitch. You know, well, a walk in that situation wouldn't help, or a hit by pitch actually, because it was second and third, not bases loaded. So you can hit a ground ball to the right side because they weren't playing the infield in. Second inning, you're conceding the run, and of course a sac fly. So Jackson has a 2-2 count on him. I'd be looking to, you know, as I've said before, you're protecting the plate. You know, if you're not going to choke up, you're cutting down on your swing, you're protecting everywhere on the plate. Okay, so again, all he's got to do is hit the ball to the right side. He takes a fastball right on the outside corner, looking at it. Okay, it's on the outside corner. You're right-handed. Hit the ball to the right side. Looks at it. Strike three. I'm like, oh, here we go. So Rosario comes up, and I don't have confidence in him because he's like a 235 hitter because he has this big home run swing. He's not a home run hitter. And he swings at tons of pitches that are too high, bouncing in the dirt. You know, he has no discipline at the plate. And that's why his on-base percentage is barely above his batting average, because he doesn't walk, and he swings at an incredible amount of pitches that are not strikes. So Rosario comes up. Frazier's on third. Todd Frazier's on third. And Rosario hits a slow little ground ball about halfway up the third base line. Clearly fair, though. So the third baseman comes in, and what Frazier did that was very good, with the shift, shortstop Dansby Swanson was like behind second base, or maybe even on the first base side of second, so he was nowhere to be found. So Camargo comes in to field the slow grounder, and Frazier came right down the line with him, because he knew there was nobody back at third to get him. But what Camargo could have done, because Dansby was on his way sprinting over there, I don't know if Swanson would have been able to cover third in time, but what Camargo could have done is fielded the ball and run right at Frazier, you know, and taken that chance, because I think Swanson would have been able to get over in time. But he didn't do that. He looked at Frazier, and Frazier was as far down the line as Camargo was, and he threw the ball to first base, and by the time Freeman caught the ball and threw it home, Frazier was able to score. So it was excellent base running on the part of Frazier. I give Rosario no credit because, like Jackson did previously, not only did he not hit the ball to the right side or hit the ball, you know, and get a sac fly, he looked at strike three. Rosario pulls the ball. Instead of hitting the ball to the right side, he pulls the ball and got a lucky RBI. It was really Frazier that got the RBI for him. Okay, so we're up 1-0, you know. So we get all the way to the sixth inning, and Wheeler is pitching a great game. So, and he's been pitching very well lately. So, pitching great through 5. You know, we get into the sixth inning, and Jackson comes up, gets an infield single. You know, gives us a 2-0 lead. And I wasn't confident when Plawecki came up that he was going to do anything, because he's a strikeout, pop-up, and double play machine. But he hit a fly ball into pretty shallow left center field. And again, Frazier was on third base. And Frazier's not very fast, but he seems to run the bases pretty well. Like, you know, like I just said, what he did in the second inning, that was good base running. So it was into shallow, pretty shallow left center field. So I was thinking, Frazier's just going to draw a throw. But the Mets season has been lost for, a month and a half, 2 months now. And we have such trouble scoring with our AAA offense. Maybe he was thinking that. I don't know. So he goes home, and we were lucky. The throw was, wide of home plate and a bit up the third base line, and Frazier was able to score. But I guess he was like, well, I mean, we're not getting many clutch hits this year, so might as well try and make something happen. We're winning the game 2-0. And again, it was good base running. You got nothing to lose. You've got a bad offense, not getting a lot of clutch hitting this year. So he's like, I'm going to try and make something happen. And he did. So that was 2 times that he scored, both on his good base running. So I don't give Plawecki much credit on that because, he didn't hit the ball very deep, but it was good enough. If the throw was good, Frazier, or anywhere near the plate, Frazier would have been out comfortably. But trying to make something happen when you don't have much of an offense. So good job for Frazier again. Another note, new guy Jeff McNeil for us. Came out of the minors a couple of weeks back. Went 4 for 4 today. Only had 4 hits since he came up total. Got 4 hits today. And he played some good defense. He made a couple of nice plays. So we might end up liking him. If he keeps getting 4 hits and playing good defense, he won't be wearing jersey number 68 anymore. He'll get a normal number, for playing the infield. Let's give this kid a chance. He's doing a good job. Granted, it's a very, small sample size, but let's give him a chance next year. What else do we have? We don't have Cabrera anymore. What else do we have? Barring some miracle during the off season. Let's give this kid a chance and give him a real number. So that was good. Like I said before, I even made a note about Rosario's plate discipline or lack thereof. I mean, tonight, just he takes so many strikes that are hittable, obviously. You're supposed to swing at the strikes. Swinging at pitches, bouncing in the dirt. Swinging at pitches shoulder high, neck high. He struck out twice on pitches that were above his shoulders. He's a decent shortstop defensively. He's got pretty good speed. Okay, he's nothing special at shortstop. He's not bad, but nothing special. He's got pretty good speed, but hasn't mastered how to steal bases yet. And he's not a good hitter. I mean, why don't they work with this guy? He's got a big, long, looping swing with no plate discipline. Can you work on this, please? Cut down on the swing. Work on the plate discipline. Use your speed. You're not a home run hitter. You need to put the ball in play and use that pretty good speed that you have. Somebody needs to work with this guy because when you're batting .235 and your on-base percentage is barely above that, that's pretty horrible. Because Brandon Nimmo is barely above .235. He's only hitting like .245, but his on-base percentage is over .370 because he walks, But Nimmo's another story. He's striking out way too much. Way too much. If he could put 10% of those strikeouts in play, that's what he needs to work on. His on-base percentage would be over 400. So I love Nimmo, don't get me wrong. I want him in the starting lineup every day. But he needs to work on not striking out so much, putting the ball in play more, using that good speed and hustle that he's got. All right, so Wheeler was great tonight. 7 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts. He was awesome. I got nervous when he left after 7, had a 3-0 lead, but with our bullpen, no lead is ever safe, so I was nervous. And hoping he could get his 6th win. So Bobby Wall came in. That's the relief pitcher we got from Oakland when we traded Familia a couple of weeks ago. Or last week, whenever the trade deadline was. Last week. Yeah. Well, I think they traded him like 3 or 4 days before the trade deadline. But anyway, that's who we got. One of the 2 guys we got for Familia. And he was pretty good last night when he came in. He came in tonight, a little bit shaky. Gave up a couple of hits, but he got a couple of big outs that he needed to. Pitched 2/3 of an inning. didn't give up anything. Gesellman came in, threw one pitch, and got the last out for Wall. So that was good. And then Gesellman came in the ninth. He did give up a hit, but didn't give up any runs, and we walk away with a 3-0 win. Only our 4th win in 15 games against the Braves. The Braves have kicked the crap out of us, you know. So tomorrow, we've lost 2 of the 3 against Atlanta. I thought before the series started we would lose 3 out of 4. That was my prediction. I wanted to be wrong. I said we'll probably lose 3 out of 4, hopefully not get swept. Okay. At least we won't get swept. That's the positive thing. The bad part is we have Oswalt going tomorrow. He's pitched a little bit better his last couple of starts for the Mets. He started off terribly, but he has been pitching a little bit better. The bad part is we have Tehran going for us. Like I said in last night's show, he's a very mediocre pitcher, if that. But against the Mets, he's Kershaw, he's DeGrom, Syndergaard, Scherzer. He throws like that against them. His ERA is about 2 for his entire career against the Mets. And this year in 3 starts, 0.86. So he just shuts us down for some reason. His ERA this year total is 4.46. Not good at all. Like I said, he's a very mediocre pitcher at best. 0.86 against us in 3 starts. And like I said, career ERA of about 2 against the Mets. So for some reason, mediocre pitchers seem to be great against us. So hopefully we can turn the tide against him tomorrow and get a split of this series. Beat up on Tehran for once in his career. And get a split of the series, because anytime we can do something to hurt the Braves, I'm happy with that. But, overall a very good night tonight. 3-0 win. 1 o'clock tomorrow for the finale of this series. Alright, so that's all I've got. Please subscribe to the show if you haven't done that already. Haven't had anybody subscribe lately, so I'm hoping that'll start to pick up. And in closing, like I said, tomorrow, Oswalt going for us, because it would have been Steven Matz, but he's hurt again. He's on the 10-day DL. He's got some discomfort in his pitching forearm. So we'll have to see how that goes. Could be more serious. I don't know. But, he's out for now, so we got Oswalt. And the Mets killer, Tehran. Hopefully we'll turn that around and we'll kill him instead. Not literally, of course. Alright. It's late Saturday night now, so if you happen to see this tonight, have a great late Saturday night. And a great Sunday tomorrow. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.